Alright, let's go, let's go. This one is a very good match right here. Starting off with Veronica. Enemy start off with Lumila, of course. Response from, but I don't think that's a good idea because the ship takes a lot from there. The ship literally loses one whole bar. Awaken Jushiun afterwards, of course. So we decided to place Overflow and Laura. Hopefully that will activate Operator. Bunch of counters, bunch of pushback. Young Harim out afterwards. There's only so much a Young Harim can do at this point. And we're gonna grab the Ludmilla. Gonna drag her back to my own ship with Matador ship. And she is Danzo. Awaken Hilde way after, which is weird because the enemy has Awaken Hilde as the leader. The fact that it chose, oh my god, did that Overflow just did crit to a ship? The Overflow is literally destroying the ship, it's not even funny. It's hammering away at the ship. Gremory sleep. At this point it doesn't matter if Gremory sleeps or not. Look at that. Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another counter side video. Alright, so let's talk about Gremory. It's been about 3 days since she's been released, so let's talk about her. I've had plenty of time to test her, hopefully give you guys an idea of how she works generally and how is she compared to a lot of other disablers in the meta right now. Okay, so first things first, I want you guys to know that I'm running her in the soldier team and I think she fits pretty decently in this team. I feel like she might be better in stall team and I'm gonna tell you guys why later on, but for the timing, in terms of the gears, I've decided to give her HP gears, full on HP to make her as tanky as possible. Now why is that? Because if you notice, Gremory is a counter but she has 2 passive skill. So she doesn't have a special skill unlike a lot of counters out there. And one more thing is her ultimate skill is a bit different. It works very uniquely. Every time you redeploy her, her ultimate skill bar starts from 0 again. So there's no benefit in giving her a skill haste set because the chances of you being able to use her ultimate is going to be quite niche or quite rare rather. So I feel like making her tanky in a lot of ways makes a lot of sense. So, or you can go a little bit more offensive, you can go with like attack set or spectral gears along the lines. Now in terms of what she provides in the utility, I think she's definitely top tier. Alright, she has a lot to offer for someone that is 3 costs, right? She can do a lot. Alright, that's also if there's no limitation in terms of the area of where you can deploy her. Now, let's give you guys a little bit of context right here, alright? So this is a very good context. I can't deploy her all the way back there, right? So there's a Replacer King. The limited area of me to deploy her is right here. So which is like slightly in front, right? Who got the Astarosa was the one. Alright, so I just rushed the heck out of that team. Alright, you can't deploy her all the way back. So if enemy has like a sniper or like a tower unit, there's no way for you to reach them with Gremory. So in that case, Lily is still better. Alright, so that's the only situation that I can think of that Lily is still going to be better because Lily can throw... Lily will always hit the furthest target at the back. She will always prioritize the target at the most far right. So in this case, let's do a little bit of camping. We're gonna wait for the enemy. Alright, so let the enemy deploy Awaken Hilde first. So I'm gonna deploy my Veronica right here. So I'm gonna show you guys probably what Gremory can do. We're gonna try to see if we can sleep. Right here, I'm gonna place her in front of Awaken Seoyun. So this is very, very strong, very powerful tool. Obviously, can't sleep max. That's for sure. Okay, there's an Astarosa in front. Awaken Hilde is there. So notice I can only place this far back. This is the furthest back I can place. If Young Harim was like all the way at the right, I wouldn't be able to reach Young Harim in that regards. So there's an Replacer Queen as well, okay. So yeah, Gremory's weakness is probably just that for the time being in terms of the area of what she can do. Okay, there's a Queens right there. So in a lot of cases, in a lot of battles, if you are fighting against, let's say, what do I call that? Let's say you're fighting tower teams, like Tower Xiaolin or Maria, they will place it all the way at the far right and you cannot touch them with Gremory at all. So which is That's probably her only weakness. So if right now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but a couple of weeks ago, we checked out the KR developer patch notes. They do intend to move forward the tower units a little bit. And once that happens, I think that's going to put Gremory in a much better spot for sure. I'm not sure how much front that's going to be. Obviously, we gotta wait for the changes. But if that's going to be a thing, tower units are not going to be as strong anymore once the Gremory meta hits probably global server, or even if it arrives in C server right now, Gremory is going to be like a way stronger counter to a lot of tower units, right? Depending on how much front, again, we gotta wait for the patch to arrive before we make a further judgment. Now, this is all good and all if you are a PvP player. Obviously, Gremory is going to be really strong. But what if you are a PvE player? Is there any situation that, you know, you could benefit from Gremory significantly? As far as I can tell, not really. Maybe Shadow Hall, Shadow Palace, that could be a way that you can utilize her to sleep some enemies. Oh, one cool thing that she can do is in the inhibitor raids. You can use her similar to Xion to maybe sleep this guy right here. You can use her to probably sleep this guy similar to how you can do it with Xion. Alright, just force the guy to walk forward, and that's how you can tackle the inhibitor rate in a way. Alright, but you gotta manual a little bit. But I don't see the reason of why you want to pull her just to do that, because Xion can do something similar. You can just place Xion as opposed to her in front. But hey, that's an option, right? Anytime there's a wall of this particular CO wall, whatever stage that have this guy, you can use Gremory for that particular stage. Now, obviously, if you are more of a PvE player, is there any reason to pull for her at all? Probably not. Alright, not because she's bad, she's definitely usable in PvE. But in most PvE stage, you would auto. She has similar issues with Elizabeth, where the most benefit you get out from her is if you manually deploy her, like where the enemy is at, place her directly in front or on top of the enemies, right? And in most PvE stage, I think players will prefer to auto. I don't think there's any players out there that manuals every single stage. It doesn't make sense. So similar to Elizabeth, she is not really going to be used much because of that in PvE, sadly. And I would argue that Lily might be a much better character to obtain if you want someone who can sleep, to at least have an impact in your PvE stage, right? So yeah, whether or not you want to pull for Gremory, it's going to depend on you personally. If you care about PvP, just think of her like a glorified Harap. Alright, Harap is really strong in PvP. She has a lot of impact. In certain weeks where twins are free, Yuna is free, Harap can do so much. Same applies for Gremory. Alright, she can do a lot, but if you pull for her, you will only have her usage mostly in PvP. And if you don't care about investing too much in PvP, probably you can skip her for the time being and probably, you know, try to get her the next time she comes back around. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the video. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.